Welcome to your reality roundup. Let's quarantine this. YouTube community almost went into meltdown as undeserved strikes were given to Moist Critical and Markiplier for having violent and disturbing content on videos that were a few years old. Moist and Markiplier both went to the YouTube and Twitter community to contact YouTube about this, knowing full well that YouTube had automated the strike and takedown of their videos. Even though the original and offending video, that's right, the one you're watching right now, was and still is up on YouTube, they still got their automated strikes from YouTube. However, after going to the community of Twitter and YouTube and uploading many various videos on the subject saying what they think should happen and what would probably happen, which would be them confirming that no human had ever watched the video that had the strike against it, nor did anybody really review what was happening. But they did continue on and their strikes have been withdrawn. So fairness where fairness is due, as I believe both Moist and Markiplier's videos have been reinstated. And it only took 2 days on the YouTube community to point out their mistake, reiterate to them their mistakes, and show the world of YouTube their mistakes for YouTube to accept their mistakes. Even though they allowed a channel that uploaded animal cruelty for way too long, that channel also needed the community to come together to have it taken down before YouTube would even stand in to have a look at it themselves, even though it was literal and physical violence to animals. YouTube seemed to have turned a blind eye to that one, but to big YouTubers, they seem to want to penalise them. But they have reinstated both Markiplier's and Moist Critical's videos back. So it's perfectly fine me showing you the original contents that had their videos removed in the background of this one. So come on YouTube, stop automating everything to save money and employ some people in that country of yours that seem to be having its worst recession in years. But I want to know what you lot, the people of YouTube, have to say about this. Let me know what you think about these automated strikes and YouTube's algorithms scanning videos constantly to find these strikes and just willy-nilly doing it, and YouTube making it hard for content creators to actually get in contact with a real human being at their end. How do you guys think this could be improved? And how do you think communication between content providers and YouTube themselves could be improved? In fact, let me know what you think about any or all of the stories in this episode of Reality Roundup with Quarantine This. If you're enjoying this video, hit that like button. Please subscribe for more great Reality Roundup videos along with reviews and original documentaries. Subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with Quarantine's This weekly uploads. Now let's delve back into reality and the DC, Disney, Marvel, Keanu Reeves and Bella Thorne stories. Because while the YouTube community was almost going into meltdown mode over automated strikes, the world of the SJWs definitely started to crumble down thanks to this massive quarantine and economic downfall that has helped Disney, Marvel and AT&T realize exactly where they're going wrong as Disney creates new contracts for their actors to sign saying that they cannot call fans out on things they perceive them to have done. This is something that is very much legal and very much something they can do, as it's already in their contract saying that anything that they do within their lives, if it is shown in a bad light, can escalate into them losing their jobs. The only person in recent years who didn't have this stipulated in his contract was Charlie Sheen, and that's why 2.5 Men had to pay him off to get him off the show, because it didn't matter what he did in his personal life. They couldn't fire him for it. And the reasons why this is in any Hollywood contract is because of when they were doing their communistic witch hunts back in the early 1900s after the Second World War. They were too scared about too many communists in Hollywood. So they put that stipulation in their contract. And now they've changed it so that most, if not all, of the SJW crowd in the Marvel, DC, and Disney universes can't call their fans toxic and can't call them out anymore. A fantastic way to go. And AT&T has started to trim the fat from their company by scrapping DC Online, getting rid of it completely and selling off its TV shows to other networks. Doom Patrol has gone to Stars and Stargirl has gone to CW. Not sure where Harley Quinn has gone, and I'm not too sure about Teen Titans. But I was shocked to find out that after Flash, Teen Titans is the most watched DC series at the moment. AT&T are definitely doing it correctly though, as their trailers for Batman 2021 starring Robert Pattinson and their trailers for the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League and Wonder Woman's 1984 have finally been dropped. You definitely need to check them out on YouTube. The links are in the descriptions below, along with my reaction videos to both the Zack Snyder's Justice League cut and Batman 2021. And who's looking forward to Keanu Reeves possibly joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, either as Wolverine or Ghost Rider? Personally, I think it's Ghost Rider, because I don't see Keanu Reeves, somebody who's about 6 foot tall, quite lanky. Even if he bulks up, he's still quite thin, being able to portray a 4'8" short, stocky, angry guy who's covered in hair and ready to kill anything. Yes, he's got the moves there, but he's definitely not going to pull off Wolverine. But I do think he does have the potential to pull off Ghost Rider. He does like his motorbikes and he does have the fighting styles. The only thing he doesn't have is the craziness of Nicolas Cage. Something that will definitely be missed in the Ghost Rider franchise. But what's your thoughts on Keanu Reeves being in Ghost Rider? Everybody's known that he has been going to be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, just not in what scope or in what way. But personally, I'm definitely not leaning towards Wolverine. That's not the only thing the legendary Keanu Reeves has done this month. He's also just made headlines with releasing his comic book. Unfortunately, it is via Kickstarter, but he's a Hollywood actor. He's off busy doing other things in the correct manner and in the correct way, unlike a lot of the SJW lot in Hollywood at the moment. Keanu Reeves is still a legend and still probably the nicest guy to work with in Hollywood. And if you haven't checked out BRZRKR, then you can do so. The URL is in the description below, where you can find the quarterings talk about it, along with Keanu Reeves letting you know about BRZRKR comic book, and along with the link so you can find the Kickstarter page and hopefully still be able to pre-order your copy of Keanu Reeves' BRZRKR comic book. It looks amazing. It is starring Keanu Reeves, just like Cyberpunk was starring Keanu Reeves. The artwork looks amazing. The storyline looks dark, looks deep, looks brutal. And of course, because of this, it's annoyed the SJW lot, and they jumped on saying, how could such a big high-profile company and Keanu Reeves do such a thing as go to Kickstarter to release their project, while simultaneously praising Brie Larson getting a massive leg up and a massive helping hand through YouTube, and her going onto a small platform where most people start or try to start their careers on. And yet they still don't see their hypocrisy. Unfortunately, Keanu Reeves can't make up for all the mistakes Hollywood seems to keep on making, with the latest blunder coming in the form of Bella Thorne on OnlyFans. She managed to acquire £2 million in only a couple of days, with absolutely nothing to show or give back to the people that had given her this money, meaning they asked OnlyFans for all their money back, of which OnlyFans had to oblige and give that money back to them, I believe, and this is why they've now changed it so creators who do depend on their OnlyFans money to pay their bills and pay their rent can now only get a small percentage of the money that they get through their fans on OnlyFans. What's your take? How do you feel about Hollywood actors who seem to be getting quite good and consistent job roles through the company that they work for, going to a place like OnlyFans to get extra attention, get extra money, and get extra clout? Personally, it's not a good idea, and they should just stick to their AAA game that they have worked to get into, and let the people that are working on YouTube, working on OnlyFans, and working on all these other sites remain on these sites. These are two different worlds. If you're going to use YouTube, Instagram, and other sites, it's only so your fans can see what you're doing, but you should give this away freely. The Rock and other celebrities have YouTube channels, and they use them correctly and wisely. For them, it takes them a while to understand exactly how to use YouTube correctly and wisely, losing many viewers along the way. However, it is not just the Hollywood actors or the Hollywood elites ruining platforms for people. There's also such people as this person you see here, who makes massive amounts of money pretending to be a dog. An actual dog, out in public, doing tricks, being dominant to her owner, in a, yes, furry BDSM way. But at least it's something funny and weird to watch, and to end your reality roundup on Quarantine This with. This has been your reality roundup with Quarantine This. What did you think about all the going-ons in the last month? What did you think about the trailers for Batman, Justice League, and Wonder Woman, along with the changes at Disney, AT&T, and Marvel Studios? Remember to go check out Keanu Reeves' comic book. The URL to the Kickstarter page where you can pre-order it is in the description below. Also remember to wish Keanu Reeves a very happy birthday. It has been his birthday recently, and even though the SJWs did try to bring him down by complaining about his comic book on his birthday, it is still this legend's birthday. So happy birthday, Keanu Reeves. Thank you for watching Reality Roundup on Quarantine This. Hit that like, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel for interesting original documentaries and reviews, including reviews of Cthulhu Country, and we have some great documentaries coming up about Lovecraft and Cthulhu itself. So thank you very much for checking out this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take care and stay safe.